Good morning. It's 9:30. Tuesday, May 30th. Session. Mercer County Commissioner Cliff Mears, joined by my fellow commissioners, Tony Vero and Daryl Banks, County Administrator Andrew Keller, our clerk Stacy Kroll, and online we have Al and Carl. Okay, Mr. Morgenstern is here as well for the record. The order of business is to certify the record of proceedings for May 30th.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Mears,
Yes,
Mr. Banks,
Yes. Yes.
I have a motion to approve requisitions.
I will make that motion. Second.
Commissioner Mears,
Yes.
Mr. Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Vero,
Yes.
I have a request to authorize the termination of a Dayspring probationary employee who has not been very prompt at coming to.
I will make that motion. Effective May 31, I'll second.
Mr. Mears,
Yes.
Mr. Banks,
Yes.
Mr. Vero,
Yes.
And then we have three a notice of art expenditures, and if I can summarize these briefly, and Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong on these. The first one, which is award number 6.1R, is for MPH Industries for the amount of $9,402. And that's for radar equipment for our new cruisers for the 2023 cruiser package. And then the next two are really amended notices, 6.1L and 6.1N. And the summary is they are for the Tyler Safety Forces technology upgrade. They are amended notices. The one for CDWG, which is 6.1L, originally was $18,291.44. That has been amended down to $497.68, a decrease of $17,793.76. 6.1N for Decision Point, which originally was $29,169.42. It's now $46,190.20, an increase of $17,020.78. So the old total of these two originally is $47,460.86. Total of these amended notices is $46,687.91, a decrease of $772.95. Because IT found ways to save some money. I know it's a lot of numbers, but that's the way it out. So can I have a motion to approve all three?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Mears, Mr. Banks,
Yes.
Mr. Vero.
Yes.
That is all we have on the agenda at the moment. Do you have any questions, Al?
Yeah, I just want to make sure these are for all that virtual safety training thing.
No.
I mean, no, not all of them. I mean, the amended ones.
No, those are for the security system upgrade. So it's not for the virtual training.
Actually, they're for neither. They're for either the equipment for the cruisers or for the Tyler project, which is our business software system upgrade in the sheriff's department.
Right.
We haven't formally approved the security yet because they put that out for bid.
Okay, that's why I wanted to double check at that. That's all I had.
Okay, Carl, any questions?
No, I got nothing. Thank you.
Is there any other business right now for the Board of Commissioners? Hearing none, we will stand in recess until 10:30. When we will have our quarterly department head meeting, and the time right now is 9:34 a.m.
I'm Andrew.
Well, good morning. It's 10:30 a.m. The Richland County Board of Commissioners is now in session. And we have our quarterly department head meeting, which is why we're convened here. So why don't we go around the room and introduce ourselves and what our departments are. And we'll start with Sarah from EMA.
I'm filling in for Rebecca. She's on a Zoom training. I'm Sarah Potes, Administrative Assistant for the EMA.
Michelle Swank, Executive Director of Dayspring, the Richland County Home.
Kelly Christensen, Director of Human Resources.
Andrew Keller, County Administrator.
Lori Betson, Richland County Job and Family Services.
Missy Houghton, Dog Gordon.
Janet Brock, Director of Village Child Support Agency.
Kara Russell, Director of the Richland County Building Department.
And Josh is here too, right on cue. Likes to make an entrance.
We were calling him Steven Tyler, in case you're wondering why that is.
And Amanda Miller is a bit under the weather right now. She's joined us via Zoom. Are you there, Amanda?
She's there.
She's there.
Yeah.
Okay. She's listening and I spoke with her this morning. Her voice is not so good. So she won't be speaking, but she'll be listening in. So why don't we start with Kara to find out what's going on in building codes since you're right up front.
But it's been a crazy couple of months with people out sick and family things and vacations and all that stuff, but we're working through all that. We're getting some things tied up just with like odds and ends that I had been working on, getting those all tied up to get in to here with the city and our backup contracts, those kind of things, just like those kind of things, and looking at our fee schedules and stuff. And we've been doing a lot, getting involved with the Build Richland and the how we're moving forward with the results from the housing study and what kind of things might make Richland County more user-friendly when it comes to the permitting process. So that's kind of our big thing that we're working on, kind of doing with, you know, multi-agency working together on that kind of thing.
And you've had changes in contracts between different jurisdictions.
Yes, we have, there is a private entity that has been going after our jurisdiction. So we're down to us in Crawford County and then some of the cities in Wyandotte County. So, specific contractor behind it, but so we're using the fact that we're now smaller in terms of our building department stuff to become more of a user and reevaluate how our building department has been run, because what we've been doing so far is we've been very tight for the size of our jurisdiction that we've covered. And it's been, you know, we basically are just keeping up with what we have. And now we have the ability to view what kind of things can we do to make our department better, to make it more of a community department, a helpful department. I think we made great strides in being helpful and customer friendly and trying to help people rather than be punitive when they come in to talk to us and stuff. But we have the ability to be more proactive rather than reactive to things, to go out and help, you know, things like in Madison, as we get our sizing right, we can go out when they had the issues out there, we can go out and set up out there for a couple hours, maybe, you know, that could be something that we could do now because we have the time and the ability and the staff to be able to do that rather than everybody's just trying to keep up with the work that we, you know, overwhelmed with the work that we have. So we're using this time to define our department.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for? Yeah. Okay. Hey, Josh, what's going on?
Swamp busy. It's the time of the year mowing. There's two guys to that. We're running on a skeleton crew. That includes, there's 7 people, including John Rand out at Dayspring. Apparently we're overloaded. We started a seasonal guy, hoping that helps some, but see, we're having some health issues in our department and just asking everybody to please be patient. Got 3 major projects going on right now that my guys are working on. Board of Elections doing a remodel project, Detectives Bureau remodel. The jail, pod / cell. They're completely renovating each one of those. Jail alone's a full-time project.
With 2 people
Yeah, for
at all
2
times.
people at all times. So I got the projects, coming in on facility due. And we're prioritizing what we're doing, mechanical. And then general maintenance down to. Cosmetic work, so just please be patient, we'll get to it. Possibly, maybe some overtime, I'm not sure how we're gonna resolve this.
Comments or questions?
Emphasis on the people being patient and, go ahead and get your projects in, but
Yeah.
wait till we got time to get them done, or I suppose if they want to contract some of that to somebody else, they got the money, they could do that.
I'll go right out and say the contractors are swamped busy right now.
Yeah.
Everybody else, they're not gonna get to it when you snap your fingers.
So I got a project at home that I put off for a year because I couldn't find anybody to do it.
So you did all your own do-it-yourself project.
You thought wrong.
Okay, hey Janet, what's going on?
Transport, we're doing really good. Thank you, Josh, for sliding us in early and getting our sidewalk done before all of this
Early
came
is
out.
better.
Yes, yes. So love our new sidewalk, safe and level, and it looks really nice. For the end of April, we've collected just over 6.8 million so far. In the last 2 weeks, we've been doing our emancipations. So we've filed emancipations on about 350 kids. So lots of paperwork coming up through to the court to get that all changed. So we're very busy down there. We have a new hearing officer that was promoted after our hearing officer retired after 30-some years. And she is just doing a fabulous job. She adapted to it very, very well. And we're doing very good. So other than that, we're good.
Run a tight ship, Janet.
I tried.
Comments, questions for Janet? Okay, hey Missy, what's happening?
So, out at the dog warden's office, we are still, everybody across pretty much the country that we've checked dog warden across Ohio. Numbers are high, so we've got about 117 dogs. We've moved to a tiered adoption approach, based on the length of stay at the shelter, ranging from $50 to $150 to try and promote the dogs that have been there longer. So their adoption fees are reduced, in light of how full that we are. The commissioners have approved of hiring an additional part-time kennel attendant, so that will help us once we get that person hired, kind of a little bit more for the dogs there, and then lighten the load on the existing kennel staff that we have. We have some fundraisers coming up. We have a raffle basket that we're going to be doing in July. We will be part of the Ontario July Family Fest out there. We're going to do a first annual 5K in September. And then we just had an adoption event on Saturday. We got 2 dogs adopted out after that. Things. So we're plugging along. So.
You don't happen to have any Clifford the Big Red Dog themes coming up that I can help out with?
You know what? I mean, now I've got an idea brewing. So just, I will find somebody that can sew a costume and we will get something rolling.
Any thoughts or comments, questions for Missy? Hey Lori, talk to us.
We have finally hired, and she started today, an executive director for the Youth and Family Council. So we're very excited about that. Seems like it's been a long time coming, but we're very pleased with the applicant and the candidate. She's going to be busy today and tomorrow, just getting acquainted with things and getting into systems. And then probably Monday we'll start to actually do some of the Youth and Family Council work. She will attend. We do have a meeting today, so she'll meet the council members today officially. So We have a couple of events, one going on right now. We have a contract with Catalyst Life Services, a TANF contract, temporary assistance for needy families. They've expanded their summer youth program to enable more youth to take part in employment. They currently have 91 applications that have been received, and we just started taking applications on May 1st. 58 of those individuals our youth have already been determined eligible and are going through an orientation process. They'll get oriented with what needs to be, the policies for work sites, any type of behavioral issues, how those things will be addressed. And then they also set up their bank accounts, their direct deposit accounts during those orientations. But they have a number of work sites that have already committed to taking youth. They include several daycare centers, several camps that are going on this summer, several food service entities. They have several schools that they'll be working with and placing youth in the schools, and they're still working on work site agreements right now. They also have their own WIOA and CCMEP youth program going on, and they have right now about 35 youth that are starting employment under that program, and they're hoping to place approximately 50 youth that are already participating in the WIOA youth program through Catalyst in summer employment. So we'll keep following that, and they have set their hourly wage at $13 per hour for the youth this year. We also have coming up in August, again, using temporary assistance for needy families funding. It's our book bag and school clothing voucher program that we're working with. Again, we work with the council on this. We work with the new store, Kelly Andress at the new store. And then the event will take place at Crossroads on August 8th and 9th. And we have been polling those numbers. We look at a snapshot of families receiving food assistance during the month of April. And then that gives us time to get letters together, get vouchers together to be ready in August. But we've pulled those reports and we'll be sending letters out to families, but it amounts to about 1,333 youth that will be participating in this book bag and voucher program. And that's children ages that are starting kindergarten on up through 6th grade. So we work with the elementary age children. But that's what's coming for us.
Got a lot of good stuff going on.
So
Thanks, Lori. Your questions for Lori? Okay, thanks so much. Hey, Sarah, I know you've got a lot going on as well.
So back on April 1st, there was a microburst in Madison Township. I'm sure most of that. There were 60 plus locations affected. Thankfully, there were no injuries. Becca and I spent a lot of time doing drive-by assessments, taking pictures, sent to the National Weather Service. The county tornado sirens, we've been talking a lot about that lately. Commissioner through funding to repair 9 non-working sirens, 20 other sirens that needed minor repairs. The repair process has begun, and after all the repairs are completed, then we will work on version of the Marks radios. Next Wednesday, June 7th, we have our tabletop exercise at the Longview Center from 4 to 7 p.m. That's required for our local emergency planning committee, LEPC. And the scenario is the ODRC vehicle and a train tanker with hazardous vehicles. And the hazmat team from Mansfield will be involved in this. The upcoming solar eclipse on April 24. That's the big excitement right now. Becca posted something on Facebook about it last night. Again, a lot of the public has no idea what they get, so it's definitely going to be interesting. The work group has met. We had a meeting on Tuesday and subcommittees have been formed. We're gonna be really working on community awareness. We're going to a lot of different places to speak. Rebecca has already been to some places to speak. If you have any groups that you would like her to speak to, she'd be happy to do that also. And we're probably gonna have a community meeting sometime in the fall where the general public can come and get more information about that also. On May 17th, we had our open house. So thank you to those that came. We had about 60 attendees, elected officials, community partners. And in the fall, we're going to probably do a general public open house also. We're going to be at Malabar Family Fun Day on the 24th of June. And we're going to have a fair booth this year at the Richland County Fair. And at these events, we're just going to be trying to promote what it does and be talking about this little clips, this other things. Our storm ready certification, that's through the National Weather Service. We are currently storm ready. Title. We have to renew that. I believe it's every 3 years, and we're working on doing that. It's due in June for it's due in November. And we do have to have a site visit where the National Weather Service comes to our office. And the last thing I have is ink incarceration. It's July 14th through 16th. And we work with the National Weather Service. One of our main, the EMA's main duties is to work with the National Weather Service to provide weather coverage for that event. And last year it was because it was a monsoon.
Daryl's getting a tattoo one of those nights, so.
All right, Daryl. Well, let's hope it doesn't rain this time.
I think department head should be able to pick the design.
Yeah, right.
Only pick the location.
By the way, a more reasonable subject. We are expecting 300,000 to 400,000 people to be in Richland County on April 8th. We normally have 125,000. So gonna be crowded.
Yeah, well, and we're gonna have plenty of time to talk about it. It's on the cover. Captain Sweat made the cover of the News Journal today over this. Pickens must have been slim for emergency models, but we'll probably have to have some discussions on how we'll conduct public business that day, whether it's work from home. Many of the schools have closed. I still can't believe this. But if we look at past history in other United States locations, gridlock resulted in Richland County is in what we all know as the path of totality. So estimates are our population will double and potentially even exceed that. Hotel rooms are already booked all throughout the county at about $800 a night. I'm thinking about putting a VRBO potential for our homes here, people. Airbnb. So
pray for rain. Is that what you're saying?
I guess. I mean, jeez.
Here anyhow.
National Weather Service rep for our area lived down south at the last eclipse in 2017. And he drove to, I think, Tennessee from wherever he lived at the time. I think he said it was normally like a 5 or 6 hour drive and it took him like 17 hours to get home. No kidding.
And cell phone connections are also an issue.
Yes, emergency communications. We'll have a group of people, probably some of us at the EOC all day.
Last
Pack a bag.
in this area was in 1806, and the next one will be in about 300 years. So people,
That's all I got.
So stay tuned. Thank you, Sarah.
Top that, Michelle. How you like to follow that?
My only concern at days for the eclipse is that we do not lose heat.
You
Anything
can take them outside with the glasses that Sarah's gonna provide you and look at the eclipse.
we completely can do that, and we did it the last time with some type of a, I guess, when we were not in the totality.
We weren't in the totality though.
So, but TV, I mean, that's all I really care about, is the TV.
I understand that, Michelle, because my mom just had knee surgery last week and Belleville's internet was out for like a day and
And Lex,
she was going crazy.
there was a car accident that knocked down one of the more important poles for,
It took them a while to deal with.
well, the power company had to get to they have priority to fix the power to the
Sure.
electric poles, so that's what took so long.
I think that's big, but TV. Well, for Dayspring, we've had quite a few exciting things in the last few months. Obviously, the most exciting was our levy crossing. We are very grateful and excited. The residents have breathed a huge sigh of relief. A cheer did go out election night when we found out the final numbers. So
By a comfortable margin.
it was, we were very excited to see the support in our community, and we are hoping to go into the pockets where maybe they don't know as much about Dayspring and enlighten people.
And by pockets, we don't mean money, because they generously passed the renewal.
That's right. Pockets of maybe they're not exactly sure what Dayspring does and who we help.
Did you rub it into Jason Larson that you guys had a better margin of victory than he did?
No rubbing. Did not do that.
Okay.
There was a number of things on the ballot that people care deeply for. So that's never a bad thing. But we do want to thank everybody who supported us and voted. And again, if anybody does have a question, you know where we are. Another huge thing we did the last 3 months was our Easter egg hunt. The weather was wonderful. The turnout was incredible. We had over 500 children there. We're very grateful that Tony and his family and then Cliff came out and they were helping to distribute balls and gift bags.
I had the coolest job. Balls of people from the balcony. That was way cool.
And we had a lot of very excited and happy. It was our 30th Easter egg hunt. The first one we've had since the pandemic, so we did not have one for the last 3 years. I thought it would be large. It was even bigger than I thought it would be. So we are already gearing up for 2024. Everybody is welcome. Another very exciting thing, at least to me, is our new fire alarm system panels have been installed. I might be the only one excited at Dayspring, but I am very happy. It's a relief to know that our system that used to be 40 years old is now new, and I don't have to worry about something so important crashing in the middle of the night. We are still having a few bugs worked out. When you replace a few hundred photo sensors, you're bound to have a couple just don't make the cut. So each weekend I'm getting calls, but that's okay. We'll get all that worked out. Another really fun thing, at least I thought, was when I was out in the community informing people about the levy, the number of citizens asking about our history, to the point that they would like to work with Dayspring and put out a press release so we can reach out to our community, find out more about our history. If people have pictures of our buildings being built or just stories out to the general public. There's one individual who believes his grandfather helped build our barn. And then I would really love to get a picture of the first main building of Dayspring that burned down quite some time ago. Cameras were invented then, so there could be a picture floating around our county. So you will see us partner with some of these individuals to send out press releases, to try to get more information about our history so we can share with everybody. Other than that, we are just working on our big old house and our big old property, and Josh is very aware of all these things. That's it for Dayspring.
Thank you, Michelle. Hey, Kelly.
So things in HR are always interesting. But I'm currently kind of at a lull between big projects, several smaller projects I'm working on, between contracts at the moment, settled two in the last couple months, being ready to Lori, preparation for negotiation of family services. Our first time working together on that, so I'm looking forward to that. It's a mature contract, so those tend to kind of whittle down issues the older contract is. And working on one big project with Andrew. Loads of fun on that, so you'll all hear more about that late in the year. Just keeping busy with doing many things.
Anybody online, Stacy? Carl or Al or? Okay, hey, Carl, do you have any questions for our department heads?
No, but thank you. I enjoyed listening to the updates.
Al, anything?
Sorry, fingers aren't working again on the touch screen. No, I don't have any. Thank you.
Well, thank you all very much. I think we have an amazing team. So thank you all for what you do every day. That Commissioner stands adjourned at 10:55 in the morning.
Lori.